Hello and hello. We are back with one of the oldest ships in the game, and honestly one of the most reliable ships in the game, Moskva. With our team, Yamato, Libertad, Valparaiso, Pommern, Colbert, and Hull. All ships that significantly outdo me in every aspect. Every aspect, those ships outdo me. Like, let's be honest. You can imagine my thing when I saw this. I was like, I am not going to do anything this match. I'm not going to do anything. I'm either going to have to play extremely dumb and stupid or pull off a miracle to be top. Because I'm looking at DPM, I'm looking at ships, and I can see their builds with my little Aslan's mod. And I know they have Lisboa, I know they brought all these good captains on there, and I'm like, oh shit. How am I going to do this? How am I even going to get damage? Better remember, Moskva railguns, the original railgun ship in the game. We did see it somewhat making a comeback to clan battles with the Columbo season. Petro versus Moskva. The clan goes for Petro. I would rather take a Moskva. One, because I'm more comfortable in a Petro or in a Moskva. And two, it has a significantly longer radar range. Duration. We get a nice 26K. We get another, looks like about 10K before everything hits it. And then we're at basically 5 kilometers from a battleship. And at this range, yeah, our armor piercing will do damage. So we get, 62,000 off that first wave. I'm teched, so I know they're north. Shoot again, and I'm like, yeah, they're north. I'm turning away. But the reason we took so much damage is because, remember, it has that 25 millimeter bow, and then the icebreaker, and then it has all that superstructure. But I mean, as far as Petro versus Moskva, Petro is significantly more tankier, but Moskva has the one thing I do want to put in clan battles about the Moskva is the ability to use its radar for a cap denial. Petro, with everything on the radar module, gets like 20 seconds radar. Moskva gets almost a 40-second radar. Like, logistically, if you're going to go for cap denial, which one are you going to pick? Do you want something that's going to last long and keep a DD off the cap for a while? Or just give it 20 seconds of relay? Because I'll be honest, the number of times I was in a Petro and the DDs were dying, significantly lower. But the times that I would play Moskva in clan battles, the DD dies go up. I mean, the ships speak for itself. But the only reason it gets neutered is because of the Columbo and its sap. If you take the Columbo out, then you would see Moskva's happening again. Like, that's just it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that these old ships just aren't aging well. Like, what we're doing right now, this is what Moskva in its heyday was doing. This is what it felt like. And it was a good ship. It was a great ship. So Pommern gets a good hit there. I'm just like... And you know, maybe I'm being a little overcritical. Maybe I'm not. But I mean, think about it. Think about these ships. Moskva, Des Moines, Salem. How often do you see these things in not clan battles, but randoms and operations? Let's be honest. Yes, I see these ships in there a little, but what do we see more of? Libertage, Schlieffens, Valparaisos, Colberts. There's better ships. These old ships just aren't being used, so they need something different. The wargaming can say, oh, well, they don't need anything. Why do they not need anything? Are you basing that based on their numbers? And, you know, I was talking, you know, with Forgotten Void and his crew, and they were talking about the Columbo. We were talking about, oh, the Columbo may need a nerf this next season. After this clan battle season. Nerf doesn't happen. Why? Because you've got subpar players and randoms that are basically reducing the damage on these ships to a point where it feels manageable, but then you bring in the good players who basically get the massive amounts of damage. So you've basically got good players bringing high amounts of damage, but you got the bad players that are bringing the damage down, which is balancing it. So in a sense, you're creating a ship that isn't balanced, but is disguised as being balanced. That's what it's about. If all the good players and all these clans, like you see in Warship Masters, King of Seas, if they just left the game, they would probably start listening to the player base, and two, the numbers would really start to reflect reality. You would see all the high damage numbers dropping, and then you would kind of see this more, over time, this more consistentness of having real numbers. And you know, that's probably a big statement. Could it be incorrect? Very much possibly. But even Toxic is a 70% win rate. I'm like only a 57% win rate, which is a huge difference. But there's one thing that stays the same between the two. We both were from an era where skill made the difference between a good random match and a bad random match. You don't see that anymore. Randoms have become a point where it's just matchmaker. It's basically RNG. There's no skill. Like, I was in that U190 game that I was talking about with YOLO K in there. After the battle, guess what? It was basically one of those, what you would call a, oh, what's the word? Oh, yes, a steamroll. As far as the hull goes, I felt bad for him when I was playing this. I felt bad that he missed those torps. And then we see Palmer. I was like, okay, I get the hull missing him. Those torpedoes are very difficult since it is a Sherman. And then I see the Palmer torps up. I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on? But I mean, these ships just aren't, they're outclassed by the new ones. They're not getting the 11 attention they need. I originally posted on the channel, do you want to see Cap go for his Yamamoto? Cap's not really on anymore. I don't know why. So we're going to probably do Devil Dog. Part of me is happy to help him get his Yamamoto. Part of me isn't, because I got to go into randoms to do it. And I know I've said this before, long before my retirement phase after my breakup, that I wanted the campaigns to basically be doable in operations, even if they were still done with the half. I would love to see the campaigns doable in operations. But have the tasks, you know, still cut in half or whatever. Or if it's like, you know, be the top DD or whatever, maybe make that like 3 times or something in operations. That makes sense. Now, the only reason I'm sitting still is because I don't want to be in a position where the battleship spawns, so I'm kind of just waiting and seeing really what pops up. So I don't want to be in the wrong position at the wrong time. So I'm like, I don't know if the battleships are going to show up, so I'm just going to go for it. And let's hope they don't. If they do show up, we're going for the cruisers. If not, then we know what we're going for. I still got my guns turned because, you know, in case the Ibukis and the battleship show up. That's what I'm anticipating and being aware of. I don't need the 3rd gun, I just need the front 2 guns. Mogami shows up on our screen. I instantly know, due to my Aslan's mod, that it's going to be to my left. And I had like several, like at least probably like 10 to 12 seconds notice. Like I had a pretty good notice time before it even appeared physically on the map. And by the time, you know, my guns are already turned, my back turret's already turned halfway around. So I'm like, that is an Aslan's mod. I would get that mod. That mod makes a huge difference in operations. We, of course, get a triple fire because why not? Let's give us a triple fire. I know a lot of people complain about the bots having, you know, that fire chance. I mean, triple fires, come on.
The ship is on fire, comrade captain. Surface contact. The ship is rather large, captain.
And I could have had more damage, of course, but you did see me whiffing my shots. Like, I'm screwing my shots up. Like, that should have been an easy dead Yoshino. I mean, there was no excuse. So that is significantly on my bad. There's a Satsuma shells. I'm like, oh, yeah, we get lucky on that. Because remember, that 25mm bow is overmatchable. No citadels, but we do get 12,000, and unfortunately, the Yami and everything is hitting it. So, and I was really wanting to get some good damage on this thing. Aiming for the cheeks. 6 citadels. Now looking at the... Well, we're going to have 2 more ships show up. And I'm not going to get much damage. So 6 for Yami, 0 for Libertad, 2 for Val, 3 for Pomeran, 3 for Moskva, 1 for Hull, and 3 for Colbert. But now it's pretty much up for the secondary ships to kill everything. Armor piercing, it is still basically broadside, so I'm able to get a good shot into it. And we get a nice 15k right there. Try to get it, see if I can squeeze a shot in there. My goal is just to crack 400k, so I'm like, can I crack 400k at least? That's all I really want is 400k.
5 more minutes, more than enough to show the motherland what we are made of.
And I'm like, okay, I cracked 400k, I'm happy. And now it's literally just a waiting game. As far as normal operations go, I think they need to de-nerf operations. Because remember, when they first came out, they nerfed them to make them more normal and more doable. Now we need to unnerf them to make them back to what they used to be. Like, I don't know what's going where the Pomeranian and the Valparaiso are going. That one, and I'm only going in reverse because I stepped away from the keyboard at this point. Because I was like, I'm not going to die. There's literally nothing to do. And then I say, okay, now I return. I'm like, well, wait, why did I go in reverse? So we make almost $500,000, we make 2,003 XP, we end up with 403 for damage with our C-Star assistant. We are top of the team with 1797. Honestly, very surprising considering we had so many DPM ships that could easily have outdone us. Easily outdone us. Yeah, I wasn't... We did the Yami. How much did we do? Yeah, we did 35k to the Satsuma with 6 shell hits. I was hoping to farm him for more. Almost 400,000 in profit. Since it isn't a 21-point captain, we do get a nice 14k in commander XP. But that's Moskva. One of the older ships that still needs a little bit of help, in my opinion, to make it more popular again.